My name is Lacey and welcome back to Late Night Coloring Mama. Tonight I thought we'd do another coloring chat. Catch up, do a little chatting and coloring. But first I want to share with you guys a book that I just read. This is by Claire McIntosh, The Last Party. It was from Book of the Month. I've had this since, November 2022, it says on the back. I'm no longer a part of Book of the Month. I hope someday to join it again, but I've mentioned in previous videos how I love to read, and I have hundreds of books that I want to start reading what I have. So I read this one, and I thought I'd just share the synopsis with you guys. It just says, on New Year's Eve, Riss Lloyd has a house full of guests. His vacation homes on Mirror Lake are a success, and he's generously invited the village to drink champagne with their wealthy new neighbors. But by midnight, Riss will be floating dead in the freezing waters of the lake. On New Year's Day, Fionn Morgan has a village full of suspects. The tiny community is her home, so the suspects are her neighbors, friends, and family, and Fionn has her own secrets to protect. With a lion covered at every turn, soon the question isn't who wanted Riss dead, but who finally killed him. In a village with this many secrets, murder is just the beginning. So I read this. If I had to rate it, I was thinking about this. If I had to rate this on a 1 to 5 scale, I'd probably give it 3.5. It was good. I liked it. I did enjoy it. I did think it drug on quite a bit, though. And there were quite a few moments in the book where I was like, oh my goodness, like I didn't expect whatever to happen. I don't want to tell you guys to ruin it in case you do want to read it. But yes, 3.5 stars. If you see my little notes in here, I annotate. I know they're not perfect. They're kind of crooked. And some of my books, this is my first time reading. If I reread it again, I'll probably have more annotations. But I only have, you guys probably can't see them. There's only a couple little tabs in this one that I found certain parts. Like, I will highlight parts like I put, I love this, I hated this, the story plot, characters, random thoughts. So I just did a few in here that stood out to me. So yeah, I'm sure Amazon has this book. And if you're interested, I can link that down below. But that's what I read. I did read it. It has, let's see. Let me see how many pages are in this book. .403 pages. And I read it. So, yeah. All right. So let's get started with what we're going to color. I'm going to use these colored pencils, Fan Van, I think they're called, the Thrifty colors. I got these from some fan mail that I had shared with you guys. The colors are on the back. I picked 5 out that I'm going to use for one portion because I don't know how far we'll get. And I'm just going to straight color. I probably won't do shading or anything. I'm not sure. I'm just going to go with the flow and see what happens. So I'm coloring in Up in the Air, an adult coloring book, Creatively Calm Studios. Now, I got this as a set. Sometimes they have them on Amazon. Sometimes they don't have them. Like for a while, they didn't have them in stock or didn't have them at all. It said unavailable. And then like months later, they were there again. So I can check to see. This is the book. I colored this a long time ago with gel pens, this one, and I love how it turned out. And tonight I'm going to color this one. So, and I'm going to have to really flatten it because I don't like how they're in the crease, the pages. So I'm going to try to color the birds, and I'm just going to kind of go with the flow. And the first color I'm going to use, they have numbers on them. It says 46, and that says Fan Van, and it's Prussian blue. I don't know how these color. I've never colored with them. So I'm just kind of going to go in and see what I think. I think I'm honestly gonna probably color the whole tail one color and then use maybe multiple colors in the middle, and then the head maybe one. I don't know. We're gonna just go with the flow. Ooh, I'm already liking how these are coloring so far. We'll see once they come out more. I just wanna, or maybe I should use another color in here. We can see. We'll just try it. If it doesn't turn out the page how I'm picturing, oh well, right? Now, coloring with colored pencils does take me a long time. You guys know all my pictures take a long time, but that's okay. I'm hoping tomorrow to work on my whip that I showed you guys. We'll see how that comes along. I'm hoping. So how is everyone doing tonight? I'm doing pretty good tonight. I was feeling in the mood definitely to color with you guys tonight. Got that coloring vibe, and I thought it'd be a good night to do a color in chat. I love doing color in chats. Even if they have multiple parts, I love doing them. So it is Sunday when I'm recording this. I hope everyone had a great weekend. And now I'm going to use blue, just regular blue. I'm going to kind of go in. I don't know how this is going to look. Might be too dark to each other. I like the tail. I'll show you guys up close. Some fun coloring. I'm sure this will be a long color in chat. You guys know I do long color in chats. So if you have a coloring book or diamond painting or another fun hobby that I hope you're doing them and enjoying them. And the next color I'm using is light blue. Now I gotta look carefully at this. I'm gonna kind of go a little lighter, I think. Make sure I don't go into the wing here. kind of going over it and just pressing a little harder. And then I'm going to try another color and use turquoise. I don't know how it's going to look, but I want to go in with it. I feel like I have like a mini sliver on my hand. I don't know. Probably not. Let's see. I actually kind of like that. We'll see. I'm just using whatever colors I thought would look fun. That looks kind of neat. Okay, so I'm going to go back to my other blue. Maybe I'll do the same kind of thing instead of... I think I got an idea I'm going to try. And none of these I planned. I just picked out some colors that I thought would look good for a bird because that's what I wanted to work on tonight was the birds. We'll see if we get farther. I do have the pencils next to me, so. Do any of you have this coloring book? Or what are you coloring in tonight? What hobby are you doing tonight, if any? I do have some more diamond paintings that I would like to share with you guys. It's ones I've had. I told you guys a while back, if you've been watching. I have tons of diamond paintings that I haven't really opened or looked at or done anything with. So I'd like to show some more of those at some point. If you see me stop, I'm just thinking. So I'm going to go in this way a little bit. I think I'm going to go in this way too. Right, I'm going to go back and use my blue. How many of you like to use colored pencils when you color? Or alcohol markers or gel pens? What's your favorite thing to use? Or even, favorite brand? I love coloring with everything that I have. I love all my markers. Well, I did have gel pens. They're all so old. I need to get new gel pens, but they don't work. I've done all the things that I could find looking up to make them work. They're just so old. And I love all my markers, including alcohol markers. I'm pretty happy as long as I have stuff to color with, I can color. All right, I think I'm gonna go, I'm thinking here. I'm getting quiet, I know. I'm trying to think here what colors I want to use. It's kind of like when I done those a few color with me's where I just pick random colors and color with them. Well, these are the colors I picked because I pictured these in my mind for this one. Over this just a little bit. That's what my bird is looking like so far. I don't know, we're not done yet though. We got a lot to do. Might just go over it a little bit with this, which ain't hurting nothing. Can always go over stuff with other colored pencils. I do sometimes if I see a little white that I don't want to see, I'll just take a colored pencil and go over it a little bit. Do any of you have favorite gel pens? I want to buy some more in the future. There's a lot of things I want to buy that I've said that I'm always debating what I should get. When I want to get, and I think what's in the budget because we do save, so. So I'd like to buy some at some point, just not sure what kind. I used to have a bunch. Also, let me know what your favorite gel pens are if you use them. What's the best ones that you've used, in your opinion? I feel like I have a cough in my throat, like I have to cough. Today I was getting a little bit of like a sinus headache. We had high pollen yesterday, so if you bear with me a moment, I'm going to get a drink of my water. Grab yourself something to drink. And if I cough, I'm sorry. I just have stuff in my throat and it just irritates me. My water bottle kind of makes noise sometimes when I drink. Looking at birds, this makes me think of how many birds we have lately I've seen in our backyard. We always have birds, you know, but lately there's been a bunch. Yellow finches, red-headed finches, blackbirds, cardinals. There's this one bird I seen yesterday, and I was telling my husband, I'm like, I have never seen that kind of bird ever. It looked like its head and most of its body was white. Had a little bit of gray on it. Wasn't like a pigeon or anything like that, no. It was little. It was probably the size, well, might have been a little bit bigger than a finch. But I haven't seen it today at all or anything, so I don't know. All right, I'm thinking about the eye color. I love green. My eyes are green. I think I'm going to do green. So, hold on a minute. Let me find some green here. And look at all the colors it has. There's 50 colors. So this was a really nice fan mail. I wasn't expecting anything at all. Happy mail. What do I say, fan mail? Happy mail. I think I'm going to do 2 different greens because I'm going to kind of see how they look. Do this olive green. And just regular green. Let's try that. So I'm going to kind of go might not look that good actually. We'll see. I don't know, it doesn't look that bad, I guess. All right, now I gotta find and I haven't tested any of these colors, so we're just going along with it. Probably like an orange. I'm thinking. I don't know if I want it regular orange or lighter orange. So, ooh, I am liking this maple leaf orange and dark yellow. So, let me find that. Here's the dark yellow. Pretty. Let me me see what this maple leaf orange looks like. Maple leaf orange. Ooh, that might be bright. We'll try them out and see for the feet and the beak. I only see 1 foot, so I wonder if the other one is maybe... Oh, they got worms. That's what I'm seeing down here. All these little worms. This might be a tricky picture. It looks like worms anyway. I'm just probably going to color those all pink. And we get robins and other birds that I've never seen before, like I said. And of course, by the lake, we'll see eagles occasionally, bald eagles. And sometimes we'll see a loon here or there. Only usually see loons in the spring. And then also we will see, of course, the ducks and the geese. That looks okay. Let's see. Now I think I'm just going to go in and start coloring some of these little worm things. I don't know. Well, I got this stone color out, so I'll probably use some of that. And let me see what other colors I got here. So this is the stone color I picked out with the blues because I thought maybe I'd use that somewhere. So I think I'm gonna with the worms. And then maybe like a flesh. That might be too light though. We'll see. We will see, right? That looks a little bright, don't it? We'll see. We'll try it. Why not, right? So I will do... I don't know how this is going to look. We'll see. I don't think it looks that bad for worms. Might be hard to see on camera. Could be a little darker, honestly, but I wonder if I kind of go over some. Just a little bit, maybe. Let me do that. Still have that color in there. Okay, these might take me the longest. They look like worms, or maybe it's part of the nest, but either way, those colors will work. Yeah, I'm not sure how this picture will look, but I just felt like straight coloring and trying these out since I haven't got to try them yet. Oops, I got that one wrong. So yes, I felt like straight coloring. How is everyone's weather? It started raining here at 4:30 in the morning. I only know that because my dog woke me up. When I let her out, it started, and then my daughter woke up. So yeah, it's been chilly today. The high was only like 62. So the kids just basically played games, watched a little bit of TV.
What are you doing?
And if you hear that, that's my daughter again. Just a moment. And I'm back again. Sorry about that. My daughter just wanted to show me something important. She always says, "Mommy, what are you doing?" She was upstairs with her dad, and he is working on his fishing pole for his trip, and she decided, I'm gonna go say hi to Mom. That's okay though. Kids will be kids. So the kids had played games, they watched some TV, and did some coloring today when it was raining. I did not get to do any coloring today. I actually had some other things I needed to get done around the house. So this is the first time I'm coloring. It is actually early evening when I'm recording this because my daughter wants me to hang out with her too. And I said, okay, let Mom do this. She was fine. She's with her dad. Just wants to say hi once in a while. Usually I'm recording later than this time. And I know I've been recording earlier, but tonight it's really early because I wanted to watch a movie with the kiddos later. So I thought I'd do a little recording while they're playing. So yeah. How did everyone's Sunday go? Since it is Sunday. We actually went to visit my dad earlier this afternoon. Kids played. He gave them popsicles, always giving the kids treats. It was a pretty good day. We barely watched any movies today. Usually when it's a rainy day, I love to watch movies on rainy days, but we didn't even do that. Which normally love, like I said, normally we love to do on rainy days. We did other fun things. Tomorrow's Monday, Memorial Day, and I have my pencil backwards. It's that kind of day. My My husband doesn't have to work tomorrow, so that is nice. Sorry, I keep pausing to look at the picture because I feel like I'm missing something when I'm sure I'll have to go back and look at it. So I'm thinking in this little part, I'm going to color it maybe a darker brown. Yeah, tomorrow we're supposed to get thunderstorms. So I think we're going to do some like cleaning and make some homemade bread, like sub rolls for subs. My husband mentioned that and he's like, we should make some homemade bread. And I'm like, you know what? That sounds like a good idea because that sounds delicious. I've always loved my carbs. I don't think that's anything I'll ever get sick of. I don't know, maybe I will someday. But right now, though, my big cravings are like spicy and salty. And that's what I craved with my firstborn son when I was expecting him. So I crave the same things with this little boy that I did with my son, which is interesting. Have any of you experienced that? I'm just going to color in here like straight that color for these little tiny ones, because it is really hard to see some of these because they're so tiny. It's okay though. I'm still enjoying this page a lot, actually. I could just keep coloring. I'm kind of going all over. Okay, before I get too ahead of myself, let's use the other color. I think I'm actually going to have to get my daughter more Play-Doh, too. Because she's been using her Play-Doh forever. We've had Play-Doh for a long time, and it's lasted a long time. But she forgets to either put the lids on tight enough, or she likes to let them sit out after she makes shapes and lets them get hard so she can feed them to her baby dolls for like food. But after so long, you know, you have to throw them away. Everything dries out, and we had tons at one point. Now we're like getting low. I'm like, I'm probably gonna have to get more Play-Doh. I wish I liked Play-Doh as a kid. I liked finger paints as a kid, though. My daughter likes that too. She likes painting. Now my son, he never got into finger paints or Play-Doh. He just wanted the cars and everything. Wanted to play with those, and he had millions of Thomas the Train sets, and a lot of them, I should say, in the trains. And I'm saving those too, I told him. So when he's older, if he has children, he can decide what he wants to do with them or give them to his children. And those were so expensive too. I mean, we bought him some, but my friend one of my best friends that I've been friends with since, well, I met her when we were in second grade and we were friends since. Now, you know, we're in our, have we been friends for, let me think about it. It'll be 31 years. So yeah, we've been friends that long, and her kid had a ton, and she's like, you know, I don't want these. I mean, she had 3 totes full of tracks and everything, and we had a bunch too. She's like, would you like to buy them from me? And she gave me a steal of a deal, and I said, absolutely. And I'd bought my son a Thomas the Train table, and we don't have the table anymore because that thing was massive. It took up half the room. But we have the big train stations and everything like that still. But yeah, he loved those when he was really little. Now he has so many dinosaurs, I don't even know. My daughter has tons of baby dolls, and she loves Barbies too. And my husband likes anything to do with gardening, cooking, and fishing. So yeah, we all have our own little hobbies and things we like. Oh, my daughter likes play cooking, and I let her help me bake in the kitchen and stuff when we bake, so. Oh, look how this is coming along so far. So I think I'm just going to color a little bit longer, and we'll end this color and chat for tonight. And we'll end up doing another one because my daughter, I know she wants me to watch a movie with them. Usually by now, she's in bed. But it's summer break, her brother's up, even though it's still spring. Been letting them stay up a little bit longer. Usually she's a daddy's girl, I should say, but today for some reason she's wanted me a lot. But that's okay, you know, kids grow up so fast, and whenever you can get the snuggles, you take them. So tonight I made for supper in the crock pot. We buy these massive, huge pork loins. I mean, they're big loins, like massive. And sometimes my husband will put them on the smoker. He also cuts them up and cures some of them to make lunch meat, which you can. And we have a meat slicer and everything. And also he cuts them sometimes thinner to use like as boneless pork chops, because that's pretty much what they are when you cut them thin. So we had 4 pieces, probably the size of this, that I put into the crock pot, and I made honey soy ones. And they were really good. And then we just had leftover smoked potatoes from the smoker last night with cheese. And I was going to make some green beans, but we got home from my dad's just as that stuff was done. So I was like, well, my son wanted some pickles, so our canned pickles, we can our own pickles. So we got them out, and he wanted some pickled green beans, and they were happy with all that. And then after supper, they got bomb pops, the red, white, and blue popsicles, and I even had one too. So yeah, that was a lot of fun and really good. Overall, it's been a good weekend. Alright, I think that's all that I'm going to color for tonight. I know it wasn't that much, but my kids do come first, so even though I love coloring, that's one of my seconds. So let me know what you think so far. We're going to continue on this picture on another day. And if you like this video, please consider giving it a big thumbs up. And if you haven't already subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. As always, I hope you all have a wonderful night and happy coloring. Bye!